there is nothing better. Thank you so much, Lori. Item number 819575. You can find, of course, the 20 or 40 there. And what a wonderful first hour here we've had of Home Sweet Home. I know now, I think, am I moving a little bit? I am moving. Oh, to the bed. Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, yay! I'm so excited. Okay, we have these great sheets coming up, but first of all, I do want to tell you of a little sneak peek of 2 items that we're going to be having in our hour. One of them is this glider bench. I love what Improvements has been doing with their outdoor decor because they take everything to a new level. This is a bench. You can have multiple colors. They have a flamingo. They have this beautiful orange hibiscus. They glide. And are you ready for this? 600-pound weight capacity. 600-pound weight capacity. That goes beyond industrial. What that means is it is built exquisitely. It will last forever. You do not get that kind of weight capacity. It's just very, very impressive. Home for $30. Also coming up in the hour, I didn't know I needed it until I knew I needed it, and now I don't think I can ever be without it. This is called a Dream Vac. Getting your home for $20. It is 5 flex pays, but the price on these anywhere else, you're looking easily $130, $140. Yeah, I found $159, even $389 I found. This was by far the best price. And what is it? It's a handheld vacuum. Sure, that's great. But it also uses UV light. Oh my gosh, look at the dog. Look at the dog, squirrel. It also uses UV light to kill things, microscopic things, dust mites, allergens, and actually then vacuum them up. You know, we have millions of dust mites in all of our mattresses, in our couches. And sometimes we vacuum, you don't really get them up, but you're definitely not killing them. That UV light is not only killing all of those microscopic bugs and allergens and dust mites, it's then vacuuming them up. The vacuum suction's very impressive. So use this on your rugs, your couches, your bed. If you're a pet owner, if you're someone who just doesn't want to be sleeping with millions of dust mites and their, excuse my phrase of being blunt, fecal matter, this is the way to give yourself the bed of your dreams. Because when you have the sheets of your dreams, you deserve to also have a wonderfully clean mattress. And boy, are these going to be the sheets of your dreams. If you have not yet heard of Supima cotton, maybe there's a reason why. Most people say when they're looking at a 4-piece set, $148 was the absolute best price that I could find. Oh no, $128 was the best price I could find, excuse me. It was on sale from $184 for the exact same fabrication. Supima cotton, 400 thread count. $128 was the best price I could find. Even the online River store, $135, $148's average. Look at our price, under $60, $59.95. That's not our flex. We are looking at about 2/3 off the average price on this fabrication. $11.99 flex payment, which really brings it down to $3 a piece to get home. And what are you getting with your 400 thread count Supima cotton? You are getting cotton that has longer threads. It's supple, it's luxurious, it has more softness, durability, and breathability than any cotton you've ever felt. And these are our colors. The pink, 10 out of 10. Nailed it on the pink. There's a mauve-y, slight, maybe like plum purple tone to it. Beautiful ballet slipper pink. I'm sorry, it's gonna be hard to beat this one for me. This one right over here is what we're calling the sage. Here is your serenity blue. Here is your gray and white. And don't worry, we brought you some prints as well. This is the blue floral and our hydrangea. This one's really pretty in person, by the way. The online photo did not do this one justice. Okay, it's this one in the pink for me. I have my 2 favorite winners. Ellen Bunner is here with us. Ellen, how did we get this cotton for over $100 off the next best price?
You are reading my mind.
What's going on?
Good morning. It's been a decade. It's been 10 years since we've had Supima cotton. And I'm just gonna start by saying, Supima cotton, 1% of cotton grown in the world qualifies as Supima cotton. It's actually trademarked. And what I like about it is many times you'll hear Egyptian cotton, right? Being the best because it's long staple cotton. This is long staple cotton grown in the United States. So it's grown in areas like California, Arizona, Texas, those arid regions that give you a different grade of cotton. And number one, you can see it. Do you see it? I mean, look at the luster on these. Look at the drape. These are So silky soft. They're 400 thread count, which I've been doing this for many, many years, and I would always recommend between 400 and 600 thread count. Durable, still affordable, long lasting, lightweight. Also, one other thing, and I'm gonna throw it back to you, is if you tend to sleep hot, Supima cotton is not only more breathable, it's also more moisture wicking. So think of that when you climb into bed. This is a gift. This is something we launched in Customer Appreciation Month.
Yes.
And I'm so glad we have a few left. It's only been seen, I think, twice.
It's been months since I've purchased a new set of sheets here, and I will be grabbing these.
These,
yeah,
even
these
if
are
you
a
need a
must-have.
gift, if you have a wedding, if you have a Mother's Day gift maybe that you want to treat your mom, these are very gift worthy because when people see Supima, they are thinking you spent $150 on average.
Well, that's the truth. I mean, when I saw 128 as the lowest price, please feel free. I know we have a lot of savvy shoppers, and look how gorgeous this detail is here on your hemming. It's stunning. But a lot of our shoppers, they like to price compare. And I said, what is the absolute best price on the 400 thread count Supima? It was 128 on sale from 180. The 130s, 140s, 150s, yes, there were of course some in the 200s. How did we get under 60? I do not know, but let our mistake. Is it a whole story?
No, it's not really. It's just that Concierge Collection is exclusive here at HSN. It has been for nearly 20 years. Can I grab that sage?
Please.
And so we deal directly with the manufacturers. And our team, it took them 10 years to get Supima back in stock for you. So it really is. And I'm showing you this because when I looked at Supima cotton sheets online, they did not have any prints. They were very, you know, they had white and ivory. They had some basic colors. But look at this hydrangea. Look at the sage.
Oh, wow.
Even if you just need white, what I love about a white sheet done in a really high-end fabrication is you don't really see your hand through it. It's a nice thickness.
Wow.
It looks like quality. And speaking of quality, one thing I love about Supima is it gets softer with every washing. You get less breakage because those yarns are so long and durable. Also, they're gonna last you a lot longer. If you've ever had sheets and they tend to get rough, that's the pilling. You know when the yarns break, Natasha, like you want, when you're dealing with a longer staple yarn itself, you get less breakage. So they're softer, smoother. Look at this blue. Were you
This is what I was going to say, the blue and the white on this. Okay, you can spend thousands of dollars and go to Nantucket and stay for 2 nights in a bed and breakfast. Or you can grab these sheets. And you will get the same serotonin. This is remarkable. That blue is stunning.
And I want to say too, we do have extra pillowcases in this. So when we're showing you these combinations, if you're just getting one set, say you are going to get the blue floral, you could pick up the Serenity blue pillowcases to layer, or the white.
Under 20.
They're under $20 for
$19.95, and you'll get them home for $3.99. So maybe do the white sheets or the blue, and then just get that really fun print of that blue floral for the pillowcases, or the same with the hydrangeas. I love that. And I want to remind you, just as Ellen was saying, yes, they're long-lasting, they have luxurious comfort, and that longer staple means if you ever didn't love that texture of running your hand over cotton and you almost just kind of felt a texture or a roughness, that doesn't happen here, because as they're woven together, the little end pieces, you know, or I call them the split ends, those don't exist. And it feels like satin, but it's cooler even than regular cotton. It's more moisture wicking than regular cotton. And that's why people sacrifice that softness is for the moisture wicking and the cooling. Now you don't just get the best of all worlds, you get the superlative of all worlds. And you only get it with this. And by the way, that durability and softness that's less prone to pilling and fading, that is it makes it so much more special to get these colors and prints.
These are so special. I mean, this is like so special here, grown in the U.S., you know, 1% worldwide. But I think many times when you're looking for softness, when you're looking for silkiness, you know, when you are really sensitive to touch, many times people will go to a synthetic sheet because they like that immediate gratification. But what happens, you sacrifice breathability and you sacrifice coolness a lot of times with that. So if that's you, if you sleep hot, you want that immediate gratification of the softness and silkiness, but you want your sheets to breathe. You want them to wick moisture. This is the upgrade. You think about Egyptian cotton when people talk about you know, it's in songs, and you have like celebrities touting about their sheets. Supima is actually more regulated than Egyptian cotton. There is long staple cotton grown in the States that is cannot pass the test of being labeled Supima. Again, so you're getting something very trademarked. The other thing I love about Concierge Collection sheets, and I want to show you, is the sizing. This is something we did a couple years ago. We added about 6 inches to the length and width of our top sheet, so you don't have sheet wars anymore. We even added the pillowcase, has about 1 inch or so more length, so they're easier to get the pillowcase in, and they give you great coverage. But you guys have to see the fitted sheet. Natasha, I didn't even tell you about this part. The fitted sheet on this sheet set is phenomenal. Not only is it an 18-inch pocket, look at the pocket. We added ruching on the corners. So maybe you have that adjustable bed. Maybe you are constantly battling to keep your sheets on the bed. Look at the elastic.
It's stunning.
That's over 1 inch of elastic banding that's all the way around. So these are easier to get on the bed. They stay in place. And can we just talk about, because I did price comparing too, but the other thing I want to remind you is it doesn't matter your bed size. Yes, you're getting the value twin price on this. That's crazy.
That's true.
But if you have a California King like I do, it's the same price. Nobody does that.
Nobody does it. And in fact, I was double checking too, because I want to make sure when I say this is the best value, that I really did my research on that. And the online River store, their lowest price for the 400 thread count Supima cotton was $135. The store at the end of the mall was $148. And then one of them had a sale from $184 to $128 for the same thread count, same trademarked cotton 4-piece set. I think if we were here at $99.99, it would have been a wild deal. And by the way, when our original price, that will go back to that $90 price point, it will still be a wild deal that no one else can hold a candle to. But today, you're not only getting that $59 price point, you're getting 5 flex. So think about $11.99, get them home. I love the gray with the pink. Get them home, see how they change not just your sleep, but also the beauty of your room, the serenity of your entire bedscape. Come back and buy another at the, $30 or $40 more price point, because it will still be a steal. But I think the fact that we have the extra pillowcases makes it really fun. Maybe you're doing the pink and you want to grab the gray for the pillowcases because that color combo is wild. But look at the hydrangea with the sage and white.
Isn't that so pretty?
It really is.
When I was researching Supima, one thing that really struck me is it was, Supima cotton is not only used in sheets and textiles, which I always say you wear your sheets to bed, but it's also used in clothing. And it was a lady that owned her own boutique, and she bought all of her t-shirts, her cotton t-shirts in Supima cotton.
Ooh,
and
fancy.
And her clientele came back to her over and over again saying, this is the best t-shirt I've ever worn. It's softer, it lasts like forever. It fits great, it's beautifully breathable. And so I just think something like that, I think sheets, you look at sheets, they all look the same. These are different. Again, 100% Supima, so it's longer staple, it's silkier, it's smoother, it's cooler, it's more breathable, it's more durable. You're gonna have these, they'll get softer with every wash. And couple that with their 400 thread count. That means under a microscope, 400 individual Supima cotton threads. This is such a treat. It's taken us a decade to get it back. I hope you'll get it home and at least try it. If you're a hot sleeper, if you're a sensitive sleeper, if you're a sheet snob, there's nothing wrong with that. We all should be. Sheets are so important.
They are.
This is such a great time to try something that we haven't been able to gift to you in over 10 years.
And there maybe is 2 or 3 fabrications full stop that when I see them, I just expect there to be a 1 in front of the price tag. And this is one of them. I do think, if you've had a chance to do a Google and you realize, wait a second, we're getting about 2/3 off of these sheets. Sometimes we have deals with buyers and manufacturers that we're really able to get away with something. I think it would be a wise choice to grab a couple sets of these, just being frank, especially with our 5 flex pay. It really is a low risk for some wow moments. And add on the pillowcases, because they are $19.95, same beautiful prints, and just to have the extra 2 in whatever sheet set you grab is great. But then I think it's fun to be able to have a little bit of a
mixing and matching.
Yeah, mixing and matching. By the way, we had an interior designer here a couple months ago who said, Nigel Barker, who said the best bed is the gray and the pink.
Oh, nice.
He said the gray and the pink, these are the two colors that nothing blends more beautifully, and it's sophisticated for men and women.
And that gray is the perfect shade.
Yes.
It's like a silvery, and these are not slick either. They're smooth and silky, but not slick. Oh my gosh, so soft.
Stunning.
Love that color.
Goodness, we have 20 left in Serenity Blue. So if you want to grab that Serenity Blue, the hydrangeas will be the next to sell out. So that Serenity Blue, if you're getting it with the blue floral, that's just a gorgeous combination.
So pretty. And don't forget the sage. That's another rarity to get a green that's just so good, like bringing the outdoors in. I love the green with the hydrangea, the sage green.
They are beautiful with light. They really reflect light gorgeously. Now this pillow.
Oh yeah, let me take this out. I'm sleeping on this pillow.
We only have 1 minute with the memory foam pillow. Are you really?
I am.
Home for $9.99. Oh, this is nice.
This is, if you've ever wanted a gel-infused memory foam pillow, that is what you are getting here with a removable, washable cooling cover. So if you want that unparalleled support that really gives you that customized comfort, but gel infused gives you the airiness and the breathability so it doesn't sleep hot. And did you notice this is not as heavy as a traditional memory foam pillow as well? The height is perfect. I go between a back and a side sleeper, and I just find I don't wake up with my hand under my pillow. This really gives me the support.
And so it's good for backside. Perfect, lovely.
Yes, and I love too the sizing. It's sized more like your traditional pillow. Look at how moldable and how comfy this pillow is. Machine washable cover included.
Okay, excuse me.
Can you grab that? It's a little weighty.
No,
it's different. It's different.
Me. I didn't realize.
Yes, the Whisper Soft blanket.
If you are a hand shopper, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is the Whisper Soft Luxe blanket. Our blue and lilac are getting very limited here. We have twin or full queen and king available, all the same size. You know what that means. Just get the big one.
So tactile.
Okay, these are unreal. Home for $11.99. What is going on? I didn't realize it's almost like velvet on one side. Soft.
It's suede on one side and plush on the other. This is a light Whisper Soft blanket if you're all about the feels. Oversized, washable, and of course you've got two-toned. This is a nice blanket that'll transition with you, but it is a little weightier but not hot. So we have the pink combo, the lilac. You said that's the most limited?
The lilac, the gray, these are the two that will sell out first, and then we have this beautiful cream tone and the blue.
Yes.
But the pink on the pink, this is stunning. I did not realize until I touched it.
If you just need something that gives you that like hugged, you know, swaddled feeling when you climb into bed, this Whisper Soft blanket will do it.
Yes. So nice seeing you, Ellen. I wish we had a whole hour with this bed.
I know. I loved selling these sheets. What a treat.
Oh, it also just makes the bed look so nice and neat there because it has that bit of weight. Oh, yay, 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 I get to learn. I get to learn whenever Carrie Mobley is here, I get to learn because I have, what do they call it, a brown thumb?
Sure.
Okay, wonderful. I love faux plants, okay? That's who I am. But part of the reason is because I wonder, when do I plant it? Where do I plant it? How does it bloom? And that is what I love so much about Leaf and Petal. They take every bit of guesswork out of becoming the gardener of your dreams. And if you're seeing in front of me, that's a whole lot of plants. Which one do I choose? How does all of them sound? How does all of them sound? You're getting two of the stunning orange color. It's called the Orange Monarch. You're getting two of the really pretty, I can't say pink, it doesn't do it justice. There's pink, fuchsia, there's purples, yellows, it's unreal. You're getting two of those. This one is called the My Melinda, and all of these are perennial daylilies. And you're going to get all four sent to you at the exact right time to plant them, and all you have to do is say, where do they go? And I'm gonna ask a couple questions of you so you can help me out with this, Carrie Mobley. So where do they go? They can go in a plant or in the ground, in a pot or the ground?
In a container or the ground, absolutely. And I gotta tell you, if you wanna get started with gardening, daylilies are your jam. If you say that you have a brown thumb, don't you worry about that. We always joke about daylilies, that they are the easiest plant to grow in the market, and they're gonna come to you in a bare root, and I'm gonna kind of show you how they work. But what's great is you can plant them like this and they'll grow You can plant them like that and they'll grow. You can plant them the way they're supposed to and they'll grow. And they will keep blooming. They will actually give you multiple blooms. So what happens is you plant this in the ground or in a container and you're gonna water it and it's gonna come back year after year. You're gonna get that first burst of blooms in the late spring and then you're gonna get another whole blooming somewhere in the summertime as well. But what's great, you guys, for decades afterwards, these are gonna come back and they actually spread. So if you put them in a container, that's okay. You'll still get multiples off of them. But if you have a spot in the ground that you can put them, just make sure to give them some space because boy, will they come back. I love, love, love these colors. I think that they are electric and they're so fun. Now, they are drought tolerant. They are heat resistant. The pollinators love them. You can see we have these fairy-like blooms on them that are just so beautiful. And the reason we call them a daylily is because each bloom lasts one day. It comes, it does its magic, it brings in those pollinators, it dies off, and then you've got more coming in its place. I just love the fact that these are gonna not be as big as some other of the older traditional daylilies. So these are the dwarf variety, so they're only gonna get about 12 to 15 inches tall. But you just gotta love even this foliage on here. It's very grassy and, you know, it's really funny because it doesn't matter. Yes, exactly.
I just realized you and I daylilied together with our colors.
Yes.
Well, but look how, I'm sorry, you were saying, you were saying.
I just wanted to tell you, you know, it doesn't matter where in the country you live, daylilies grow there. It doesn't matter your soil, it can be rocky, it can be clay-based, it can be sand. I'm telling you guys, you can take these bare roots and throw them in the ditch and they will bloom. They grow along highways, expressways. Do you know what kind of trauma daylilies can take if they can just grow right along the highway? Just such cool plants.
Okay, so when I get them home, I take the little thing that looks like the thing from Harry Potter and then I put it in the dirt. And then that in a pot or in the ground gets water and will become these flowers. And when you think about this, I'm just gonna hold this one up for you. Is this worth about $5 to you? Because it's worth a lot more than that for me, and that's the cost per plant that we're getting, because you're not choosing which one of the stunning orange or the pink varieties. This one price you're seeing on your screen is for all 4 of them, and all you have to do is make a choice as to where you want them to be, and they're goof-proof. Soil goof-proof, time goof-proof. We do only have 1,300 total to go around. I think it'd be fun to alternate the colors. You can do 2, 1 color. Yes, but I
totally
love
agree.
it.
Yep, I love that staggering look. And you know, I'm a landscape designer, I'm a professional gardener. That is how I would do it, just to kind of stagger them one and the other. But remember, we talked about how this is a bare root, and I want you to know, anytime you guys can get a bare root, I highly recommend you choose bare root. It might seem intimidating, but this is what we the professionals choose. And the reason why is you get a much more mature plant on a bare root, and you don't have to waste your money on the soil in the pot and in that black plastic container that you're gonna throw away anyway.
Instead of a seed? Sorry, just to understand.
Yeah, well, I mean, not by a seed. Like a lot of times what they'll do is they'll have this plant already growing in the soil, but in a much smaller container.
It's not as
even
healthy.
that is about $15. So here you're getting all 4 of them at such an incredible price, but it's also gonna be more mature. This is the size it's going to be for you in your first year.
What?
I'm telling you,
I thought that was like a 3-year growth.
No, absolutely not. And again, like I said, they come back year after year. So here we go. So all you're gonna do is you're going to, that one's for you.
I want it. If this really gets this way in 1 year, and you get 4 of these in 1 year and you can plant them in any soil.
Yep. So here's what I did. I'm noticing that we've got like this greenish yellow coming off the top. We wanna put this upright. So what I did is I just dug a little hole. I'm gonna put it in my soil, and then what I'm doing is I'm covering those roots up to the point where that green or greenish yellow is. And I would never put all of these in one container, but I'm just gonna kind of just repeat that. And by the way, while I'm doing this, I want you guys to know that we include a planting guide with all of our leaf and petal plants. And that's because we want you to succeed. Our reputation depends on it. So here's the last one. Gonna pop it in there, boopity boop. And now we're gonna water it and just enjoy the magic.
So I can put them in the front yard, backyard, in a plant?
In a container, in the ground. just really love them. Give them water when they're first getting established, but once they're established, they're drought tolerant, they're heat tolerant. They're just a really special plant, and I just love that you're getting this variety with 2 of each of them.
Can I ask one last question before
please.
we talk about the
Sure.
fertilizers? Is this one of the ones where, depending on where you are in the country, you send them to us at a time when they're ready to plant, or are they ready to plant anytime?
Yeah, well, this is that kind of plant, but the good news is, as of tomorrow, the entire country will have received all of their time to plant. It's spring, everybody. It's spring for all of you.
Oh, good. So everyone gets them right away.
Everybody gets them right away.
Ready to plant. That's great news. So if we really want the blooms to go crazy,
I am telling you what, if you guys haven't used a fertilizer, or if you haven't had good luck with the fertilizer, I don't even care if you've picked up these lilies. Of course, I want you to, because they are amazing. But I'm telling you, the difference that you will get with our Leaf and Petal fertilizer is unparalleled. It is just so easy to use. So here's how it's going to come to you. They come in these pods. You get 25 of them, and you have your choice. You can use our bloom booster, which is what I would recommend for that. So that's the purple one. We also have one for roses, and this is the red one. So if you have roses, perfect. And then we have one for acidic loving plants. So like hydrangeas, azaleas, things like that. But for your go-to for pretty much everything, including roses and the acidic loving plants, I would always do this one. You will not believe the difference. It's just like, it's the food for your plants. So you gotta water, right? If you want big, big success, pick up the fertilizer. So here we go. We've got these little pods. So there's no measuring, there's no mixing, there's no microplastics. You know, we are lovers of Mother Nature, so we didn't want anything nasty, you know, to be in your plants or in your fertilizer. So what you're gonna do is you take one of them, all right? And then you just simply pop it into a gallon of water, let it dissolve in there. I'm gonna just pull this out here and kind of show you. And then we're just gonna shake it. You know, once it is completely dissolved, now you're gonna use this as if you're just watering your plants regularly. So you just kind of dump some in and dump and dump and dump. So for each one of the pods, it is 1 gallon. So I would say use it like once every 2 weeks. It is just incredible. You're gonna see more blooms. You're gonna see healthier plants. If you have plants at home, like orchids, things like that, and you got the orchid and it's so beautiful, but it's never bloomed since, you guys, please pick up this fertilizer. You're gonna notice a difference on every single one of your plants, and I'm talking almost within days. You see a huge difference.
This is 901-404 is the purple go-to one, and I wanna briefly mention, we have hundreds of you on the line and several of you are on hold, so if you have ever taken a picture with a smartphone and you open up that smartphone and go to take a picture of your TV screen right now, where that little black and white funny looking square is in the bottom of the left screen there, just point it at it like it's your favorite grandkid, and then a little yellow line is gonna come right there on the screen of your phone. It'll have numbers and letters on it. Touch that. Touch that yellow line, and boom, you're in the front of the line. You've cut everyone's place, and you can check out right away. It's called a quick response code. I never used it till I started here, and I love it. So I'm just remembering, we had our lilies. You didn't do multiple of those little baby roots in each one of these pots, right? This is like one. So you get all 4 of these, and then if you grab one of these, you get the multiple blooms.
See that? Right, exactly. I mean, you'll still get blooms without the fertilizer. Of course, we sell the most amazing plants on Leaf and Petal, and you're getting a 1-year guarantee on all of our plants. So you really have nothing to lose. But I'm telling you, you throw fertilizer in the mix, boy, are you just gonna have those daylilies popping out everywhere.
And they bloom multiple times a year?
Yeah, that's what's great about these new varieties of daylilies. Yeah, you're gonna get that nice burst in the spring and then another one in the summer. So just enjoy them. They really are so magical.
I wanted to bring them over to my glider bench, but it's not here. Okay, if you haven't heard of our, thank you so much,
You're so welcome.
If you haven't heard of our Just Reduced Mondays, we don't have time to show you all of our great new deals on air. So if you search the word Just Reduced on hsn.com or on your app, you'll be able to see all of our wonderful new discounts every Monday. So Monday is the best day to shop, not just because it's my show, but because it's Just Reduced. So we love that. We're going to take a little break, and when we come back, the perfect way to sit between your new daylilies.
We're making bigger even better with our supersize values, and they're available only at HSN. Supersize values are based on the price per ounce of the same item in a smaller size. However, they do not reflect a price at which HSN would sell the item. Have questions? Call us at 1-800-284-3900.
I cannot run out of these products. So I'll let you in on a little secret. I have them on auto ship. It's the best way to stock up on all the items I love from HSN. Regular deliveries come on my schedule. For example, this comes every 90 days. But this dog shampoo comes a little more often. The best part is, the price I paid is locked in. Auto ship. Get more of what you love when you need it.
Get deals on tap with the HSN app. Opt in to push notifications for shipping updates, app-only deals, and special offers. Stream HSN anywhere 24 hours a day. Download now and take $10 off your first app purchase. Happy shopping.
G by Juliana Home combines fashion and function for the home. For the woman who's vibrant, fun, and fashionable and wants her home to reflect that. It's fashion for the space you live in. Exclusively for HSN.
When I tell you, my blood pressure just dropped, my heart rate I just started relaxing a little bit. That's the power of the glider. It is so soothing and so wonderful to be able to sit here knowing not only am I getting that really nice ease of movement of the glider that you just don't get in benches, but this has a 600-pound weight capacity. This is what Improvements does best. They make beautiful, forever lasting, durable, outdoor, really even indoor items here. This would be great in a sunroom with some cushions, get out of town. But they're so functional. 600-pound weight capacity is incredible. I feel so secure and so safe on it. Let me tell you about the price. You're getting them home for $30 on Flex. They were $170, we brought it down to $149.99. But if you love the color that I'm on, and I do, it is a slightly cream. It's actually called the hibiscus. Look at that color. This is so pretty. There is not an outdoor scape that wouldn't be just electrified by adding this hibiscus, but less than 3 dozen of you are gonna be able to get it. I think we have 30 left total. And the next one that's just about to go, and I hesitate to say it because so many of you got this with your set, your bistro set, the peacock, less than 30. So if you love the dark blue, and it really is the one that I would say is the most universal, it's going to be stunning on any scape if you don't necessarily want the bright colors, but you want that metal work, you want the 600-pound weight capacity, you want that feeling of the glide that takes no effort but gives you all that relaxation. The peacock is the one to do it, and less than 30 of you will be able to. We do have the pink flamingo. We also have, I love the green palm. I think this is great. This is the color accent I have in my backyard. And last but definitely not least is our gorgeous sunflower. But remember, the creamsicle beauty and the deep blue peacock are probably going to sell out by the end of this presentation, so I would move quickly on those. Item number 890194. Deb Byers is here with me. Deb, I'm gonna sit on the peacock because it may be my last chance.
I know, I'm sorry, and I'm going to sit on the hibiscus because I think it goes with the outfit that I have on. So what's so much fun is that the gliders is something that we have absolutely loved when we were growing up, and then no one did them anymore, but the Improvements team, who's been bringing you outdoor furniture, the fabulous benches, which you have all loved in whimsical colors and designs, has now been putting together this gorgeous glider, and it is absolutely amazing. Super easy to put together. We were going to show you a little video where you'll see the model do it by herself. The box will come to you delivered, so you don't have to go anywhere to get it because you can't get it anywhere but here. And then you simply put it together with the big, big nuts. They're big bolts, so you're going to be easily do it with just a small little wrench that we give you. Put it together, and then once it is assembled, you're going to be able to sit on it and just glide. It is super, super comfortable, powder-coated steel in these gorgeous matte colors. Pick your motif or pick your color, and you're going to have something that you and your family are going to be able to enjoy season after season after season, because Improvements knows quality when it comes to outdoor furniture, and this is an absolute winner.
You're right, they do know quality. I know I'm just repeating the thing that you're saying here. I'm real good hosting, Tosh. But that's the thing that blows my mind is I always look for the weight limit first. That's like my version of opening up a drawer and seeing if it's dovetail. Like, I have to know if something has quality, if it is made to last, if it really is slow fashion. Something was made with intention and it's going to last and last, and we're not gonna have two people sit on it and hear that dreaded crack. 600-pound weight capacity, smooth as butter gliding. And I also love that the seat is not too high off the ground, so even someone who's petite will be able to use this comfortably and glide.
Yes, absolutely.
I think that's great.
Well, and it's really kind of organic, because once you sit on it, you simply put your foot down and then you begin to rock. It is so easy. By the way, the bench itself is about 4 feet long, about 3 feet high, and about 28 inches deep. So it is ample, a 600-pound weight capacity, which Natasha has told you. So 2 adults can sit here comfortably. By the way, we made the slats flat, so you're going to be able to sit on this without a cushion. Of course, if you want to put a cushion on it and add another pop of color, you totally can. But these are ready to go. Once you put them assembled, you're going to be able to enjoy the beauty and the relaxation that comes with these amazing benches. And believe me, you're not going to find these out in the marketplace. They're exclusive here, and you'll never find them at a value like this. If you did find an artisan who was making gliders like this, you'd be paying 3 times as much, but you're getting artwork, color, whimsy, and absolute comfort of glide with these great gliders.
So easy to clean. Fade resistant, rust resistant, weather resistant, made for outdoors. If you do have that sunroom or the entry room or the mud room, I think these are absolute showstopper art pieces that are very worthy of indoors as well. But it just takes that little bit of pop. And I'll tell you, the first time that I added a little bit of pop of color in my yard, it changed. It looked like I had some interior decorator come in just because I added one little piece of green back there instead of everything, you know, being the black iron. Well, and it adds everything.
Well, it makes a difference, and that's what the improvements team knows, that when you go to your regular big box store, your garden store, and you start to do the decorating, you are confronted with black or white or maybe dark brown. We wanted you to have that beautiful pop of color. We wanted you to have something unique. Now, you're looking at the gorgeous palm. That's all laser cut. So the design is absolutely beautifully, smoothly cut in the back of each one of these beautiful motifs, but you're not sacrificing any of the comfort. So whether you're leaning back or you're sitting down, comfort all the way around on these benches. So they're going to be great on a hot summer day when you're wearing shorts. You don't have to worry about them. Put a cushion on if you want to, but they don't need it because we built them for comfort and we built them for relaxation in any one of these motifs that you have the option to pick up today.
Even if you have an outdoor table, and this is the seating on one side of your table instead of a bench, because I come from a family of everyone has different sizes in my family, and they always just want to be secure in the seat, you know? And then I'm so much sometimes about the form and less about the function, and they're like, that's a really pretty chair, but I'm not comfortable sitting in it. This is how you get the beauty, but also 600 pounds weight limit, so resistant to weather, fade, rust. It's easy to clean with a hose. You don't have to worry about, oh, did this, you know, wicker start to bend, or should I not have left my outdoor furniture out in the sun? You know what I mean? In the place where you expect it. They're stunning. You could even put these on a front yard in front of your home and it would be gorgeous. We are in the 20s in the peacock. It's gonna be about 2 dozen of you, and the 20s in the hibiscus.
Oh, wow.
You will not see them again if you love that beautiful color that Deb is on, or that peacock that I do think is, I would say, the most universally elegant, that deep, deep blue. It's an evergreen color, always stunning in any outdoor or interior decor. I think the peacock, of course, I understand why it will be the first to sell out. And sadly, it is the one that I was thinking of grabbing because it's the one I had the matching details for, but I may not get it in time. Peacock, we have now 30 in flamingo. No way.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you are so savvy. I don't blame you because you just don't get this kind of quality, this kind of security, knowing you can sit, and also that wonderful relaxation of the glider. They don't make these anymore.
They really don't. And really, once you get it and you sit on it, it is amazing how relaxing it is and how organic it is. And we wanted you to be super comfortable. So when your grandkids come running up to you and go, Grandma, Grandma, kisses all around, they can hold it. So we're at a 600 200-pound capacity for weight to give you still that fabulous glide. Super easy to put together. The box is coming to you, and then all you need to do is put it somewhere where you can sit and relax. I like the idea of having it on the porch and watching everybody walk by and watching everybody be envious, because this is something that's going to give you that great feeling of nostalgia, but really for the 21st century.
Now I'm thinking I want two and have them on either side of my outdoor dining table. You know, that's just, they're so much more comfortable than the chairs I have, and you know they have the weight capacity, then it's just fantastic. And I will say they are going fast. We are down to about 20 in the Peacock. I think less, we're now in the teens now. Less than 30 in your beautiful Flamingo. And then, Deb, you're just too beautiful on the Hibiscus. It's about to sell
I'm so
out.
comfortable I can't get up.
But don't you love knowing that when you do need to get up, you have the iron and the steel that has that sturdy support there as well?
Absolutely.
I love that. Oh, this was fun and relaxing.
This was great fun. I know. I appreciate it.
Peacock, I'll never forget you.
I know. I feel
should
bad.
have bought you when I had the chance. These are the mistakes. These are the mistakes I make. Okay, so my producer has already purchased this vacuum during the show, and for good reason. I did look for anything comparable. I couldn't find anything at this price. The next lowest was $15 more. $159 is average. I even saw the exact same product doing the same thing with a very simple, I don't even think it had the warranty, for $389. Why do we love the Dream Vac? Well, yes, it has a vacuum suction that's impressive, and you'll see it in action when Lou Capute's coming over here, but do you, I mean, I'm calling him Lou Capute's because it sounds cool to me, but maybe you don't like that name.
No, it's fine.
Lou Caputo, of course, is here.
Call me whatever you want.
But not late for dinner. But the most important of all is the UV disinfectant light that is killing those millions of dust mites and then eating them up.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing people at home need to understand. This is not just a vacuum. A lot of people are like, I already vacuum my couch, I already vacuum my mattress, and that's great. But you're not killing anything that might be on that couch or in that mattress. What this is going to do for you, the Dream Vac sanitizes the fabrics of the couch, but it also uses that ultraviolet light to kill dust mites or any other organic material that might be in there, okay? So now, why is this such a big deal with this one? Because there's a lot of things out there. Like we hear, you know, when we sell sunglasses, we'll talk about the UV light that comes from the sun, right? UVA, UVB. This doesn't have either of those. It has what's known as UVC, okay? And that has germicidal properties that will kill germs and bacteria on surfaces. Up to 99% of all, it'll pick up all the allergens, it'll pick up the pollen, 99% of E. coli and staphylococcus.
So you want to put this on seats?
Yeah,
on couches.
for sure. So this is what it looks like. And it is a really nice, well-made unit, as you see right here, okay? One button operation. There's just a power switch on top. It has a very powerful high-speed motor inside of it, okay? But what I want to show you is this. If I flip it over, there are two different things down here I want you to see, actually three. Right here are the beater bars, okay? And right here is the UV light. Now, if I turn this on, it's not going to do anything. You're not going to see the lights or anything until I press the wheels in. Once the wheels get depressed, like as if I were putting it on a bed or a piece of fabric, the lights come on and the beater bars start moving.
Whoa.
Isn't that kind of cool? And the reason that that's such a big deal is that you have to have those beater bars to get the dust mites up off the bed, to get anything that's inside of your mattress or your couch or whatever to come up there. So let me show you a quick example, okay? So we've got this section of a mattress. It's a very small mattress. We've got a mattress sitting right here, okay? I'm gonna turn this on, and I'm just gonna start to very slowly go across the top of the surface. Now, what's happening as I'm doing this is it's not only picking up all of the dog hair and dander and pollen and all the stuff that's on there. If there's anything living in your mattress, it is killing it as this goes over it, and then it's tapping on the mattress and getting all that up to the surface so that you can grab it. So I'm gonna do half, just so you can see the difference here. Now look how beautiful and how clean this is, but then you look at this side and it's still got all the schmutz on it. And here's the thing, what's really dangerous is what you can't see in here. Do you know that in your mattress you can have 10 million dust mites at any given time, and that's from the EPA. 10 million dust mites in your mattress. Now, they make sprays, they make other things that you can use to kill them, but if there's no vacuum involved, it doesn't pull them up out of there. And I'm not just talking about dust mites, I'm talking about their eggs, any larvae that might be in there, and I heard you say this word earlier, the fecal matter, okay? Because they leave that behind too. Now, why do you think that the dust mites would want to be in your bed, though? Like, what's the big attraction?
Because I'm so cute when I sleep.
It's you.
Okay.
It is you. No, it's because as human beings, as long as we're alive, we shed dead skin cells, okay? You can shed up to 9 pounds of skin cells every year, okay? What do dust mites eat? Skin cells. So they want to get all of that. And that's why they just populate. Now, here's the thing, though. A lot of people out there, some people, they don't bother them, okay, like dust mites, but there are other people, their eyes start to water, their nose starts to run. All these things start to happen because they have an allergy to them. Now, this is not a medical device. This is not a cure. It's not going to solve any of those issues for you, except for the fact they're going to remove what's causing the symptoms.
I have some questions.
Go, ask.
Okay, so like if I have a dog,
yes,
and I'm afraid that maybe there's like a flea or something she could have brought in from outside in her bed.
Yes.
Is this something I can use on a dog bed?
You can
or
use
does
it
have
on a
to
dog
only be
bed.
mattresses or
Yeah,
okay.
mattresses, dog beds, carpets, couches, chairs. I mean, any fabric material, you know, throw rugs. I mean, anything like that, you can 100% use this on there. And the vacuum on this is an excellent vacuum. I mean, it's very, very powerful. The other thing about this too is that it has a what do we call it? A level 3 HEPA filter inside of this. So it's not just, I mean, this is legit.
We don't sell anything else with a level 3 HEPA.
Level 3 HEPA, and I'll show you that in a second because I'm going to dump this out in a moment just to show you. But I just want to show you just an example of all the things you could pick up with this, because it's actually, my wife and I use this on our couch all the time because we spend, you know, where do you spend most of your time? In our case, it's like, all right, we're either going to be on our sectional watching TV with the dogs, or we're going to be in bed sleeping with the dogs. Right. You know what I mean? So one way or the other, we're going to be in a place where there's going to be dog hair, there's going to be dander, you know, and of course those dust mites that want to, you know, they like us, they're attracted to us. So this is going to go in there on those surfaces, and it's going to get rid of all those things that cause you to have your eyes, you know, water and your allergies to kick up and that sort of thing. And pollen, dust. I mean, you know, the list goes on and on, but look at the great job that this did. Now I'm just going to leave some of this on here so we can come back to this in a little while if we need to. But look at the great job that did, pulling all of that up there. And actually, you know what, while we're here, take a look at this canister right here. Do you see everything spinning around inside of that?
Yes.
That is a powerful cyclone right now that's going on in there. Now, I'm gonna come over here to the dog bed because you were just talking about this. We use ours on our dog beds all the time.
I'm already buying this.
I love my dogs.
I'm done.
I love my dogs, but I'm telling you, all that dander and everything like that,
yes.
It's just one of those things where I'm like, if your house isn't clean, if that's still on there, look at the way this is going on the surface. And remember, as soon as I touch down like this on here, the UV lights just came on in this. And they're going and they're picking up every little bit of hair, every bit of fluff that's on here. Look at that. And we're going to get the dust mites off of here and anything else that might be living inside of this. Boom, just like that. Done.
But you seem to be moving it slightly quicker over that. Does it have to be a certain pace in order to use the UV death ray?
They want you to move it about, there's a speed per meter.
Yeah.
And they want you to take like, you know, 30 seconds to go up and down.
Okay, so I'm calling
and a meter's like 3 feet. So, you know, we're talking about just take your time, nice and easy, let the UV light do what it needs to. Now watch this though.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you how easy this is to clean, all right? So right here is our compartment that everything's in. I'm gonna twist this, take that off, right? I'm gonna pull this part out of here. Now that's your HEPA filter, okay? Now we're gonna clean both of these. Look at the dustbin that's on here, okay? That's everything that we've picked up so far. I want you to see all of this stuff coming out of there, right? And look at the fine particles it got, but now watch this. Look at how all the hair first gets filtered by the metal filter that's on the outside of this. Then I'm gonna open this up. Do you see all the dust that's starting to come out of this? Look at this. As I tap it, look at everything that's on here. Now, you're like looking at this going like, what do I do with that HEPA filter if it gets dirty? You don't throw it away, you don't have to replace it. Just wash it with water then let it naturally dry. Yep. So
okay, that will be so satisfying. If I use a regular vacuum to vacuum my couch cushion or my mattress, then I go over it with this puppy and then I do all of the different, it'll be like a deep pore cleaning.
All the stuff.
And so as you're using the UV death ray, which is now what I obviously have to call it, you can kill the things, pick up the dust mites. And remember, this is where I saw these at $389, $159. The next best price I saw was $114. This is 3 pounds. So light, so easy to use, best price on the market, hands down, and we have free shipping and handling, and we have 5 months to pay for it, but you're not waiting for the 5th month for us to send it to you, which means a $20 bill gets it shipped to you right now. You'll pay the next $20 the next month and the month after that, but it's not layaway, it's not waiting till the end of that 5th month, a $20 bill to give your whole home a facial. You know, the deep cleaning that the carpet needs, that the mattress needs.
The deep cleaning that it needs to have. Well, and you know, again, you could have the most powerful vacuum in the world, okay? But if it's not killing the dust mites and it's just trying to pull them out of there, they can hold on pretty well, okay? So until they're dead, they're not gonna come off of there. And even if you were to just kill the dust mites, if their eggs are still there, then they're gonna hatch and the whole cycle just goes on again. Let me show you something really cool. This is the first time I'm trying this, but I was trying to think of a great way to show this to you. So, I've got this piece of cardboard right here, and there's some white material sitting on this. If I push down, see what's going on there? See the vibration that's happening?
Yes.
That's from the beater bars moving all this dust around, and that's what it's going to be doing on your mattress while this is working. Now, what you can't see is the ultraviolet light that's on there, but you can see the way that all of this, see how it's all moving toward the center? And that's what it does, is it pulls it all in. So I'm going to set that down there. And again, unless this is on a flat surface and you're pushing down, the beater bars don't run and you don't see the UV lights, those ultraviolet C lights that are in there. Now, can I use this on a throw pillow? You betcha you can. You got to hold the back of it though, because look how powerful this vacuum is.
Yeah.
Like it wants to pick this whole thing up. But notice as I'm doing this, this looks clean, but do you see what's going on? There's things spinning around inside that chamber right there. What about if you've got maybe throw pillows? Like I have a couch, a sectional, and it's all pillows. The whole thing's just all pillows. How do you clean that? A regular vacuum, yeah, it'll get some of the dog hair and stuff off of it. This does a really intense job of picking up the dog hair, the dander, and I like the fact that it's sanitizing it.
That's the
thing. Because you can't do that any other way.
No, well, you have boxes that they usually sell to new moms.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, you can put your baby's toys in this sanitizer box, and it'll sanitize it, and it's a $200 box, and it uses the exact same UVC light.
The UVC light.
And they cost more than this, but you have to put the thing inside of it. You could run this over the baby blankets. You have to run it over the mattresses. Mattress companies hate to see this thing come. Because all the fear that we have of the dust mites and all the dirt and everything that's stuck in them, now you can finally kill it and get it out.
So when you travel and you go to a hotel, and by the way, this has a 12-foot cord on it.
Great.
So you can plug it in and walk around the entire bed. You can do the entire couch. You don't have to constantly be unplugging and plugging it in. But when you travel and you go stay in a hotel, and you've seen those news specials where they go into the hotel rooms with the black light, and they're like, yeah, don't ever do that because you're never going to stay there. I'm going to tell you right now. But if you've got your Dream Vac with you, there's no reason why you can't take this with you. It only weighs 3 pounds. So it's not like it's really, really heavy. It's incredibly well made. This thing is bulletproof, I'll tell you that. But you can take this with you and do the mattress in the room. You know what the thing that always freaks me out in a hotel room? It's not the mattress on the bed, it's the couches. I'm like, I don't know what's been going on in this room, but I'm telling you right now, I'm not feeling comfortable sitting here, okay? Because do you think they're actually like disinfecting the couch?
It's my couch, Lou. I'm not even worried about the hotel. What? My couch, my car seat. I saw a video of someone that said, look, this seat looks clean, right? And they're in like the public chairs.
It looks clean.
And then when you pat it, it's just like dust clouds come up. And this is just, this is what we don't even, it's not even the hotels. It's my couch. It's my kitchen seats. It's my chairs, my recliners.
Yeah, listen, I don't care where the couch is. I want it sanitized. I want it clean. You know what I mean? That's the big deal about this. And it's so easy to do.
Yeah.
You know, that it's not like this big ordeal. Like traditionally, you're dragging out your upright vacuum, you're coming out there, you got the hose on it, you're putting on an attachment, and then you're going back and forth on the couch. The funny thing about those vacuums I've noticed is that the beater bars that are on those little attachments, they never work on a couch. Like the minute you start pressing down on it, it stops.
Interesting.
You know what I'm talking about? But with this, it doesn't matter because we've got that high-speed vacuum. Let's look at this again at the mattress. And just watch how easy this is for me to do as I go back and forth here. And I'm not even really applying any pressure to it other than just to keep the wheels depressed. But this is picking up all kinds of craziness off of here. And remember, that UV light, that UVC light is the big, big deal about this. It's getting down into the surface of the mattress. It's killing the dust mites. It's killing the eggs. It's getting up the pollen. It's getting up the allergens. And then on any surfaces, again, if there's organic material, it's going to kill. You know how it kills dust mites? This is so fascinating. The UVC light that's inside of this, the way it kills the dust mites is it breaks down their DNA.
Get out of town.
The UVC light breaks down their DNA. Hey, you know what? I'm just going to dump this out right on here just so, whoa, look at that. There's a big hair. Just so everybody can see what was in here. Oh boy, see, here's the thing. The vacuum is so powerful. There we go. Okay, watch this. First of all, that's what was on there. I never would have guessed that all that was on this mattress, okay? By the way, the little black things, those are eggs.
They're not really, right?
No, they're not really.
Okay. Stressing me out, Lou.
But they're there to look. But look at everything that this captured coming out of here, okay?
Wow.
So, you know, it's funny. People ask me when they saw this and they saw we were doing this presentation, they watched it and they're like going, does that really work? Does it really? I'm telling you, this is the only thing that we use now when we do our couches, our mattress, all those things. Because my wife Kelly's a stickler for that. And we got 2 dogs. I got a white dog and a brown dog. So no matter what surface they're on, it's going to do this. You want to go back to the couch?
She's saying this is a porcupine. You know what?
I never would have guessed that was there.
I know that they work because people are willing to spend $350 on them by competitors. So this is something where people are no doubt willing to.
There are some that are so much more money than this, and they don't need to be. Okay, this does everything that they do for a fraction of the cost. So now, oh, you know what? I have no power. Well, there you go. So, but I'll go through the motions anyway.
Here you go, Lou.
Did you plug me in?
No, I got you a plug, Dad.
Oh, thank you.
Here you go.
Appreciate you.
What's this?
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
If I actually, I did it!
Look at that. Look at that. You're hired. Okay.
Lou, a meter every 30 seconds.
Oh, you're right. Okay. You're right. See, I'm getting excited here. You know what's interesting? Now, I'm going to turn it this way so everybody can see. Now, we did not put anything on this couch to make it dirty, but I just want you to notice what's going on.
Yes.
The dustbin is getting filled up on here really quickly. And you know, have you tried this yet?
No, but I'm dying to.
Try doing it because you can feel the beater bar working.
It feels like a massage gun.
Isn't it cool?
But
it's tapping the couch.
Yeah, this has a lot of horsepower. And I don't know if that's the word, but you can tell that this is substantial. This is really well made. And the fact that you're disinfecting a seat that never gets anything beyond a basic vacuum.
No one ever thinks about it.
Yes.
Now, here's the other thing, too.
It's kind of satisfying.
One of the things that we mentioned earlier, is that it has a 12-foot cord. So if I want to do this entire sectional, I can go all the way to one side of it and all the way back to the other. I can do the entire king-size mattress without having to plug it in again, because I've got enough cord to go around the whole thing. Look at, see, and it's addictive, by the way. Once you start using it, and now she's doing the carpeting, now you're showing off.
You're not going to stop. You're going to be doing this over your whole house.
Yeah, and you can absolutely 100% use it on your carpeting. So, you know, if you've had the windows open, the doors open, you think there's a lot of allergens in the house, it'll do 99% of the allergens that are on your fabrics, on your surfaces, okay, your soft surfaces. So, you know, we're talking about the dust pollen, We're talking about dust, we're talking about pollen, all those things.
Lou, do you need to do 2 passes in order to use the UV decorator?
You know what, I always go up and back.
Okay.
Because I figure if one's good, 2's better.
All right, amen.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I think I see some dust mites.
Oh gosh, maybe.
This is wild. Oh, this is so satisfying. The $20 is worth just the first time experience. How often do people do this?
It's crazy how cool this thing is to use and how much fun it is to do. And it does a great job. And the funny thing is, as I walk by, I can hear the beater bar going in that. I can hear it just like hitting that surface, getting those dust mites up, getting all the allergens out of there, just, you know, making sure that it's going to be as effective as humanly possible. Look at that. And there's those UV lights. Remember, it's not UVA, it's not UVB, it's UVC with germicidal properties. That's what it does. It helps to kill them, to get rid of the bacteria, get rid of the germs. I'm going to do this carpet one more time here. Look how, see, she's got the paste down.
Okay, I'm
You want one, don't you?
You know those videos of the deep pore cleaning suction thingies?
Oh, yeah.
That's what this is giving.
Does it remind you of that?
You're doing the deep pore cleaning while using that UVC light that people spend hundreds of dollars just for the boxes to put into the UVC light so that maybe you can have you know, something disinfected. Now you can do all the areas where your pets are laying, where your children are laying, where you're laying your
Look
head.
at the great job this does too.
Wow.
I mean, just as a vacuum, if that's all it were, you'd say like, wow, this is a great, because I can almost pick up the carpet with this, okay?
Yeah.
For something that's this small. And it's not like a stick vac. Stick vacs I've always found to be very, very disappointing. This though is very satisfying. Like it feels like it's sticking to the carpet because it's doing such a good job. And then, I'm not even gonna finish the whole thing. I'll just go up here and get this little bit. I'm gonna bring this out and I'm just gonna dump this again. And I want you just to see the amazing job that this does. We pull out our dust cup like that. I'm gonna dump this out. Look at everything. And look, it's all the fine granules that were in there. And then I'll open this up too. There's your HEPA filter, and we even got more coming out of this. Isn't that something?
It's incredible.
10 million dust mites in your bed.
And they're like alive.
Oh no, they're alive. They're alive because they're eating your dead skin cells.
You know, there are times where I think I feel a little tingling or something when I'm going to bed on my leg, and I'm like, no, there's no way. You know, I washed my sheets. I never know. But if I just had this on my bed, my peace of mind would be worth the cost of admission alone. Remember, the price will go back to $130, and that will still be a great price. On average, I saw them at $159. Next best price was $114, $389 for the exact same technology here, under $100 with 5 flex, free shipping. Get it home for $20 and feel the satisfaction. Zooming is up next with Chef Jet Tila. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys.
I'm so glad I found that plug. I felt so capable.
I'm Jet Tila, executive chef, television personality, entrepreneur. I've been an executive chef for about 16 years. I have 3 best-selling cookbooks under my belt. My inspiration really comes from 30 years of cooking.